Hello everyone, this is Robert from Book of Mormon Editions, where we discuss printings, publications, and various editions of the Book of Mormon. So at the end of each video, I ask if anyone has a volume of the Book of Mormon that they'd like reviewed to connect with me personally. Well, I was at a conference and a gentleman came up to me and asked me to look at what he had with him. And so this is the gentleman's personal copy of a 3-in-1 set called the Restoration Scriptures. This set was created in 2016 by Cumorah Books Incorporated, a group of independent members previously belonging to the reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You'll remember that there was some internal conflict in the 1980s where a number of congregations separated from the RLDS organization, and many formed a loose group called the Restoration Branches. While the RLDS Church, which changed its name later to the Community of Christ, kept Herald House Publishing, these Restoration Branches were without an official printer, and in 2016 there was a need to create this 3-in-1 set of scriptures. This volume contains a printing of the inspired version of the Bible. You'll recall that Joseph Smith was working on this throughout his life and was kept by Emma and passed to his son Joseph III to publish as part of the reorganized church. They kept the Old and New Testaments, which included the edits and corrections within the inspired version of the Bible. This volume has a Bible index and reference material, including a timeline of Jesus and other supplemental materials. The center volume is the 1908 RLDS printing of the Book of Mormon. There is some introductory notes regarding the 1908 text and some small edits for this volume. It lists, for example, a change from the old style shoe to show and some other similar adjustments. With this RLDS volume, the text is set with the RLDS chapter and versing system and caters to readers associated with having 7 chapters of 1st Nephi rather than the Salt Lake versing system. However, the reference material in the back has a verse numbering comparison chart and to relate to chapter and versing's of the LDS texts also. The text of this Book of Mormon is in double column format and seems pretty well formatted, as the end of one book leads into the next without any page breaks or significant spacing. And finally, the third section of this volume is the Doctrine and Covenants as set out from an RLDS system. However, rather than ongoing published sections, this volume stops at the RLDS section 144, which establishes the transition of leadership from Israel A. Smith to William Wallace Smith. This was the break that the Scripture Committee established, as it was the last section regarding the 4th president of the RLDS Church. I'll encourage you to review the leadership lines of the RLDS Church and Community of Christ elsewhere for more details and why these guideline breaks were established. However, needless to say, this volume serves a purpose for the independent restoration branches of the RLDS organizations and readers, and I thought it was pretty well put together. These volumes had a print run of 2,500, and more information can be found at restorationscriptures.blogspot.com. When reviewing a non-Salt Lake version of the Book of Mormon and set of scriptures like this, it's always a nice reminder that the Book of Mormon, as another source for the teachings of Jesus, is independent of the congregation, and that Salt Lake and non-Salt Lake readers alike can publish, read, and express their faith in the Book of Mormon. So thank you everyone for reviewing this 3-in-1 volume of scriptures that includes the Book of Mormon from Cumorah Books Incorporated. If you have a special or significant edition of the Book of Mormon that you'd like reviewed here, please contact me at bomeditions@gmail.com. Best wishes, everyone.